Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, and when last we left off we found the person that the Devil of Carcoc was looking for.
I'd be glad to.
He was over here, along with several other woodcutters. They were naturally wary of the Devil of Carcoc, but the Devil of Carcoc was only interested in one thing: finding out whether he was the one burned down her family's home. We reached into Harm's soul and discovered that he was a part of the mob that descended upon Coldmore. He used his torch and sword, each with equal awfulness. Though he hesitated when he came across the Devil of Carcoc's home because of the colour yellow upon it that reminded him of his son's hair. That said, he still threw the torch that was in his hand into the building. He may have done it out of fear of being mistaken as one of the people that lived in Coldmorn, but he still did it. Lyrin wondered what to say. She couldn't deny that he did it. She could have tried to argue with the Devil of Carcoc that it was complicated, but in the end, Harmk had joined that mob with only one thing in mind. And that awful thing was done. He threw that torch. And the fight that ensued after the Devil of Carcoc learned that was brief. Brief and utterly one-sided, as a bunch of woodcutters stood no chance against our group. And at the end, she felt nothing. She blamed that on the fact that she was in a suit of bronze, an artificial body. But I think she would have felt nothing regardless. She's had an epiphany. But all the bloodshed achieved nothing. I'm sad that she had to do this to realize it. But hopefully she can find new meaning in her life now. She's got her revenge. Revenge is not sweet. Revenge is bitter. Revenge eats you from within. And ultimately revenge leaves you empty. And I get the feeling that if we'd have tried to tell her that Harmk wasn't responsible, she'd have attacked anyway, or found some time after being in our party to do so. Maybe she'd have just gone on to other places to kill other people, to try and fill that void. Either way, this quest is done, and we can remove the Devil of Carcoc from our party if we wish. But first, let us check this out here. It took Cassandra more than 3 weeks to attempt to contact the Glenfellan of the White That Wends without being attacked. When Amir was finally able to speak with the elders, she wrote down their stories about where the Glenfellan had come from, how they had arrived at the bottom of the world so long ago. Getting access to the sacred arduous sepulchre of the Adir Emperors in Isathrua involved more than little trickery. Even though Amir was only able to speak with the spirits of the dead emperors for a few minutes, it was enough to complete that portion of her research. The wise ones of Erglanfaf, Rio, entertained Amir's requests, but they questioned her for days to ensure that she would not share their sacred secrets, nor betray their people in a bad light. Rio passed on their stories of the early days of Erglanfaf, how they had arrived there, and how they had received their instructions to guard the Engwithan ruins for all time. Satisfied that her research was complete, Amir returned to Roatai to pen her final chapters and have them copied by her scribes. Though it will be several years until any complete copies emerge, she gifted Cassandra with a condensed codex of her essential work, including a large number of spells that have been enchanted into the last few pages. We got experience, money, a grand item, a major item, and Amir's codex. Wow! It grants Calling the World's Maw, Twin Stones, Prayer Against Fear, Pillars of Faith, Slicken, and Essential Phantom. This massive book contains an abridged version of the Roatai scholar Amir's life's work. Though it will be several years until Amir's full text is published, in many volumes, she gave you this gift for assisting her in collecting a few key pieces of information from hard-to-reach places. That's quite a reward! Now it is time for us to leave here, go back to Starwart Village, get Grieving Mother back in our party, and finally make our way into Durgan's battery. We have the chant we need to get in. We put the tile back in the door. And we should probably not speak to Renningild for a while, because Renningild's probably going to realise that Harmk isn't coming back. That said, she might just think that wolves got them. Let's just hope that the Devil of Carcoc cleaned all the blood of her bronze body. I don't see any there. She must have done so. Well, that quest done.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
It's time to rest in
Top
this
quality
room.
bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
And by that I mean we will change our party.
If you say so.
And get Grieving Mother back. Welcome back, Grieving Mother. Now, we got some experience in finishing that quest. We still need a lot. We need just under 8,000.
I'm here.
I need you to switch. No, having that crossbow out is a good plan. So, we want to head out of Starwater Village again, go to Durgan's battery, and get inside. We'll be the first group in a long time to step foot in those ancient halls. Ancient halls that teem with the spirits of the dead. Hopefully the spirits of the dead will be helpful, and not the kind that will try and drive us out. They're probably going to try and drive us out. Yeah, they probably are. Okay. Wait for this to load. So Spunty has finished escorting Neril the Deft Hand and returns to the stronghold. Marvellous. That is some good news. Okay, we want to go over to here. And we want to fast forward. Hopefully we won't get attacked by anyone. That would be great. And we have not been attacked by anyone. This is when, suddenly, we encounter
I'm here.
the leading key. I'm expecting them to follow us in. They certainly wouldn't want us to gain access to the power of Durgan's battery. All the weapons and armor and everything else that must be contained within. The forge. Presuming it's there, presuming it works. There's a lot of presumptions here. So we arrive at the door. A door that is about to be opened. Oh yes, there's something else I need to do. I've just remembered. I need to put my cloak back on and give you your cloak back. Yeah, I've been holding on to that for a bit too long. Sorry about that, Durance. The gilded panels show an image of a crenellated wall and an iron anvil that is socketed. Hammers of Durgan ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Distantly, you hear the melodic chime of metal on metal and the low chorus of a work song. I think we need to strike the anvil next. As you do, a single ringing tone whistles through the air. Your hand buzzes and vibrates like struck metal. When you look back at the relief, the panels on either side of the wall and anvil have come alive. Ogres and warriors of all races gather for battle, their shapes and silhouettes formed by flaring, walled heat patterns. The tiny figures move and dance, animated by the flicker and blaze of an unseen fire. Walls of the battery safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. You hear a heavy thud of some kind of mechanism loosening behind the plaque. It's time to push the crenellated wall relief. It slides easily with the slightest pressure from your fingers. You guide it up and over the anvil relief, where it clicks into place. Beneath it is a deep cavity. It's shaped like a dragon's gaping maw. Abydon's faithful travail by the forge and the fires that brighten the ore. Warm air gusts from the open mouth, tingling your cold, numbed face. I don't think either of these are a good idea. Let's be cautious. Examine the mouth more closely. The heat billowing from the mouth prevents you from getting too close, but the rim of the cavity, and the tiny teeth surrounding it are blackened with soot. You accidentally inhale some of the vapor. It's odorless, but it leaves you lightheaded. You also notice that the dragon's tongue is a fire striker. It's hinged and attached to a chunk of flint. I could use a torch to light a fire in the mouth. That seems like a good idea. Fire catches the warm vapor with a billowing whoosh. The dragon's eyes are alight, and flames lick at the edges of its mouth. A few seconds later, the panel is sliding away from you as the two enormous doors swing open into a grand hall. We're in. First people in countless years to enter
I'm here.
Durgan's battery. Of course, the leaden key got here before us. They just snuck through the tiny crack at the bottom of the door. We gained a decent amount of experience there. That puts us to 70,687. Descend below the Great Hall. Well,
I'm here.
first things first, it's time to sneak.
Your thoughts must flow deep.
So time for you to sneak as well. For this is going to be a very big map. And there's going to be a lot of peril.
I'm here.
I hear them, whispering of long-dead memories. They're here, Watcher.
I'm here.
Not surprised.
Hey,
I'm not at all surprised.
I'd be glad to.
The statue of Abaddon is mottled and tarnished, but each bolt and rivet appears crafted with meticulous detail.
Interesting.
Oh, there's somebody there. Oh, hello.
we earned this. Durgan's steel has lined our halls in gold.
Your vanity dishonors Abaddon and cheapens us all.
These weapons are ours. Or have you two forgotten how to hold a sword?
If they need reminders that they're dead, I'd be happy to oblige them.
Not shocked you would be happy, Durrance. Let's grab this here. Some Durgan cogwheels and more cogwheels and an emerald.
Yes.
Take those and try
Hey.
not to get distracted by the sounds of people.
At once.
Okay, there's a way up here. This leads to a new location. There's snow here, so there's probably an alternate way in. But let's go this way first.
Hey,
I'm here.
Let's see. Oh, this door's open. You ran into there. Maybe to hide? Oh, the door closed. That's a little ominous.
Get out! Out!
Oh.
hey,
I think that was addressed to us. Here we have an ice blight. Ice blights are dangerous. They are very dangerous. Let's look about very carefully. There's some food and drink there. And here we have more bones. But daily affirmations and focus and efficiency. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, as long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labour and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft, excel at what you have been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. Each generation must forge its successors. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. All difficulties can be forged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the ingot of your will, and you will never shatter. Embrace your station. Fulfill the duties of your rank and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. All guilds fail at their weakest link. All loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. As long as you have the tools of your trade, you will always be able to forge wealth anew. Value the works of others, and they will value your works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, and your tools with the destitute. All souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence in this cycle and the next. There's also this item here, which is a fine scepter. We'll take this.
Your thoughts must flow deeply
There's
indeed.
one ice
here.
plate. I bet there's more than one.
Certainly.
How many more are there? Oh, there's also some battery shield walls. And battery defenders. Ooh, quite a few dead. Right, you move over to here. We need you here. And you here. Now you can't
How may I help?
spot me there, which is
Following your
good.
lead.
I'm going to save. And then we're going to have at thee. I'm a little concerned as to how dangerous this fight's going to
I'm
be,
here.
but we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can.
Your
Now, if
thoughts
both
must
of you
flow
attack,
deeply
we can get a
indeed.
nice first strike. Okay, you are in range.
I'm here.
You are also in range. So, how about thee? A double strike here.
Yes.
I need
What?
you to buff.
How may I
need you
help?
to do this. And that's the ice blight mostly taken care of. That is brilliant. Back up. Move forward.
Hey.
I need you to attack here.
Hey.
You to attack here. And then we can
Aye.
immediately do this. This should finish off that foe. There we go. Taken care of. Now with that, we can... Oh, you're already injured. Okay.
I'm
I
here.
need you to do this. You to do this. You already have a disintegrate ready, so you know what? Let's actually get that disintegration right here on this defender.
Following your lead.
You shoot here,
How may I help?
and you can shoot here.
What?
Let's get you a bit closer. Getting you closer means we can then do this and deal some damage to all of you. Disengage. That's one down. You're down as well. And just like that, you're also gone. These foes are not that tricky. Not compared to the foes you faced before. Grab all this. We'll grab that. I really should have got
All right, then.
Lirin to get that, just in case there were more
Your
enemies.
thoughts must flow deeply
When we come back,
indeed.
folks, things aren't so terrible in here so far. And we've explored a fair bit of the Great Hall already. But this is a big, big place. There are going to be many rooms full of many perils. This is the war room that we've entered. And we do get experience for getting in here. But we're going to need a lot if we're going to get to level 13, and we really need to get to level 13. There's a 3rd level per encounter spell in it for Aloth. We need that. We need that. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.